My name is Aram. Welcome to Godsfall. And welcome to Out of the Frying Pan, the first of our 6 bonus podcasts we are offering during the Godsfall Worldbook Kickstarter. As of today, we have blown past our original goal and raised nearly $22,000. With the cap lifted off the $50 pledge level, anyone who wants an official Godsfall Worldbook can get one at the special launch rate until the Kickstarter ends on Tuesday, July 12th. Thank you all who have backed and shared the Kickstarter in the first half of the campaign. We're now focusing on our stretch goals, the first of which are the final 2 bonus podcasts in our lineup. A Wandering Thief picks up from when Dorro first left the Godsfall world and just before he stumbled into our friends over at How We Roll. A Line in the Sand will tell us more about the 4 hooded figures seen atop the Union in the player's visions, who clutched Aram's stone hoop as they were blasted into what looked like the astral realm. And with your help, we can think even bigger. I am working really hard to raise enough money in order to make Godsfall my full-time job. That may sound insane, but I believe that there's a community out there for what we produce, and I want to push aside all of my other work so I can focus on bringing you the quality of show you have come to expect on a regular schedule. This level of funding would also allow me to create a proper recording studio in my home, complete with rich stereo microphones and professional sound isolation, so we sound every bit as clear and crisp as if we were hanging out in your living room. I really want this to happen, and I need your help. We need to raise double what we have so far in order to hit this goal, so we need to see another 500 people back the Worldbook in the next 2 weeks. I know for a fact there are 500 of you out there who want to see Godsfall be a success for years to come, and I've got about 4 more seasons of content ready to play and produce for you. So if you want to get involved, head over to godsfall.com and help us out. Thank you so much. Now let's find out what happened to Oinkers.
Hello, my name is Michael. I'll be playing Herrick, a human fighter, level 2.
Hello, my name is Doug, and I'll be playing Mug, the level 3 human merchant.
And my name is Aram, and I'll be playing Observatory Attendant Vermond, as well as Oinkers. Let's go ahead and start. Doug, tell us who you're playing.
His name is Murg, and Mug comes from Wincliffe, you see, and not really into getting my hands dirty, if you do understand. That's where my compatriot here, he comes in when things get dicey. I just handle the gold, you see.
Excellent. And Michael's?
My name's Herrick. I come from Cape Tripletail. Doing some business out there, got in a spot of bother. I got getting along on this trail here, going to Spear of Jordan, doing a bit of trading here and there.
How did the 2 of you meet up?
When you're in the kind of business that I tend to take care of, you tend to run into, let's say, undesirables.
Hey now.
And we ran into each other. Well, that's not important, you see. It's where we're headed. And as it would appear, we're currently in the Spear of Jordan. Why?
Because you are merchants.
Well, yes, but for now.
Yes.
Until
in the
something else
shittiest assignment possible. You basically have the worst merchant job. You have the job of transporting goods to and from Jordan because there's basically nothing there. Spear of Jordan and the observatory higher up the mountain need resupplying every 3-4 months. And one of the shittiest assignments possible is the resupplying run. It is lucrative enough to keep you guys going, but it is a...
I should think so after all them damn big crabs.
And part of the reason why it's a sucky job is because it doesn't really change. Isn't there's no real growth room. These soldiers will turn to you guys and say, extra gold if you can get me this item or that item, because they want, a specific thing. So you guys end up running around trying to find a bunch of things on your route while you're being paid just to deliver the standard supplies that are being paid for by the military. So you get a standard amount of money. There's no negotiating, there's no raising the fee. You're just barely scraping by and then getting whatever gold you can on the side by filling individual needs for soldiers. It's not the best living, frankly. And then you gotta climb. Once you get there, all right, on this stupid boat, it's not your boat, that's gonna ride forever. Once you get there, you gotta hitch up a couple donkeys and hoof it by foot up this mountain for 8 days in the cold and wind and elements. It's a suck assignment to barely get by with.
All right, who pays us?
You are paid directly by the military. So you are paid by the Brenian military. You are paid in Brenian coin.
Where does our route start?
Your route starts in Stillshore,
Okay.
the last port of call.
How many times have we made this run?
Let's say you all have been doing this for just under a year. You're right at about your 1 year mark, right about the time where you're starting to think about how long you've been doing this and how you've made absolutely no progression in your lives whatsoever. Workinsons, as you would call it, Michael.
Yeah. Tired of all this shit. There's gotta be something better in life than this.
Well, my friend, there is, but it's not within anyone's reach around here, I doubt.
Maybe if we didn't have to bribe those red mud people so much.
What do you propose? We fight them?
No, I guess not.
No. For now, we'll continue to pay our way through their gate.
I would say right about now, you all have, this is your 8th day up the mountain, okay? You've gotten to the spear. You did some trading, a couple of the soldiers, are dicks and would be like, that's not the exact brand I wanted, even though it was, and try and barter you down once you're there, and it's either take it or leave it, that kind of thing. So there's some of that, but you're better than some of them are. So in a couple of instances, you actually walk away with a couple more coins in your pocket. But again, I mean, they're soldiers, they're not rich, so you got
how much you're really getting.
I would say the entirety of profit off of that is maybe a gold in between the both of you. There's a couple caves up this. The pass has been built where there's cave access, and these caves have been outfitted with like thick, huge fur and leather flaps that can be untied and pulled down. So
thank God.
You've been in a cave for the better part of an hour.
Again! We get to stay in the caves, Eric. Aren't you excited?
Stinking, braying, shitting donkeys.
Oh, we get to keep the donkeys inside the cave as well! Fantastic!
And then after an hour, it dies down. And that, of course, is the same wind that you had done.
Actually, after a minute. But...
After a minute, right. Sorry. After a minute, it dies down. Yeah.
Otherwise, we're in trouble.
Right, yeah. You're right. You're not caught in the hour-long world storm. You're caught in this freak little storm.
But it's not the storm that was the one that hit the observatory.
It is. But it lasted a minute. It rolled off the desert for about a minute. Right. Otherwise, he would have had to leave that shit up for an hour. You guys would be all dead.
There's never would have made that.
No, never. I would like you both to make dex saves.
Dex saves. Why?
8 for you.
Oh, great. I got an 8.
Let's see. 14.
You managed to get out of the way in time. You, however, did not when one of the donkeys just unloads with a stream of donkey piss.
Oh, and that's awesome.
You are now covered in donkey piss. Stinking donkey piss.
You're a stinking mess.
I pull my hat off and like wring it, and it's like just slap it back on my head, and I like smack the back of the donkey.
Dex save.
Of course. 6.
6, okay. You are kicked flat in the chest for 8 points of subdual. And I'd like a strength save, please.
17.
Okay, and you are you stumble backwards, but manage not to be knocked flat on your own ass by the ass.
It's the worst job ever.
The storm has let up.
And I go and I remove the blanket. Is it? Oh, thank God.
Beautiful day, like it was
Just
never
step
been
outside.
there.
I don't even care.
Gorgeous, sunny, cold day.
Well, but it's good for the limbs. Yes.
Also, you're reeking of piss, so it's nice to get some fresh air going around
I
you.
kind of air out my urine-stained clothing for a second while we prepare to leave our caves.
All right, so you kind of snow wash it, and
rub snow in it.
Or, well, you can boil it in the cave. We can get out our cooking pot.
You could actually stop and eat. Yeah, it could be your break for the day. You got plenty of time to get up the rest
Let me get out
of
the
way.
cooking pot.
I would like you to roll survival.
Oh, your turn. The fuck out.
3 minus 1 is a 2.
Yay! All right, so
Are we gonna get to the?
so you guys are sitting around grumbling about how awful your job is. And
Let this be the last job we do.
Oh, come now, friend. It's not all that bad.
perception rolls.
15 minus 1 is 14.
Okay.
And I got a 16.
Okay, so you're grumbling. You're starting to get the pot ready, and you're like, "Oh God, the gruel that you have to cook is terrible, and it smells awful. But it smells particularly bad this time. Oh my God, he's on fire!
What?
coat-
Herrick, you're on fire!
Edge of your fur robe was just completely dangling in the fire while you were getting it ready. Didn't even notice. You are now on fire.
Start jumping around.
What? Jumping? What are you doing?
You are now more on fire, and I would like you to take 4 points of damage.
Herrick, no. Lay down and roll around. Get in the dirt.
All right, I stopped,
Well,
drop, and
there's
roll.
snow everywhere.
Oh,
You guys are pretty
wait.
high up the mountain.
As he starts to get down in the dirt and roll around. Oh, wait. And I push him into the snow.
You just come and kick
Yeah,
him.
just kick him in the snow.
Roll a strength.
Why now?
What did you roll?
A 17.
Okay, so he just boots you in the side of the ribs as hard as he can. I'd like you to take 2 more points of subdual damage as you roll into the snow and are extinguished with a sizzle. All right, both the donkeys seem to be laughing at you.
Joke's on them. They're going to be carrying all our stuff.
And they might be dinner on the way down.
They just go, both look at each other. All right, so you guys pack up your your donkeys. You guys pack up your donkeys and head the rest of the way up the mountain.
Yes, I
I'd
guess.
like a survival roll from both of you, please.
Oh, that's great.
2 minus 1 is 1.
12 plus 0 is 12.
Okay, so you guys make it. You're about an hour away. The path is beginning to widen again, and you can see the observatory within reach, and your foothold just gives way. There's a patch of ice, and it just gives way. Your foot shoots to the side, and I need a dex save from you, Michael. Oh, I'm sorry. Again, what are your characters' names?
My character's name is Herrick.
Herrick.
Mug.
Herrick, I need
Herrick.
a dex save, please. So your foot slides, the rocks tumble out from underneath it, but you
Herrick!
grab onto the reins of the mule, and you're able to but the mule kind of jerks its head actually and pulls you back onto the ledge.
Thanks, dinner.
All right, right, so you guys continue the trek up, and you are at the observatory. You come up to there's a front gate, and then just around to the side, there's a large open dirt stomped area with barrels and a huge stack of cordwood and a hitching post.
A hitching post?
You know, for animals.
Or get hitched.
No, to hitch the animals.
Ding, ding, ding.
I hitch up lunch and dinner.
I'm writing dinner, I guess.
All right, so in your guys' wagon, you have a bunch of cordwood, and you have some barrels of basic supplies. There's a barrel of ale, and there's a barrel of, let's say, like some sort of packed salted fish, like herring or something, right? Yeah. You know, that kind of supplies that'll last him a while. Okay. So you start unloading all of those. Well, you, the big guy, you start unloading all of those, right?
I'm the big guy.
Right. Herrick starts unloading all of them.
Right, so go ahead and do that thing you do where you pick up those heavy things and you put them over there.
Right, I grab me a barrel of jerky and a barrel of the smelly fish, and I roll them inside.
No, you will
Careful.
Put him outside with that pile, but yeah.
Put them in the pile.
Right over there.
And while you go and knock on the door, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, help me out. I'm playing who now?
Vermont.
Right, Vermont, right? And Vermont was like kind of scatterbrained, if I remember him correctly. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Hello, Merc.
Yeah.
Yes. Come in. I'm sorry, I forgot it was today.
Right.
I expected you yesterday, right?
No, you're wrong.
Oh.
Again.
Okay. I could have sworn it was yesterday. But
Are you going to? No, I suppose I will. And I close the door.
Okay.
Right.
And he's like back in his paper. He's like, "Hang on, I've got this sale log somewhere here." And he's
Vermont.
going through all his papers. Yes.
It's over there.
Oh, yes, and he goes over there to retrieve it. While he's doing that, and you're washing up in his wash bin, you know, you're grumbling to yourself, and you glance up the stairs here. So how this is on the inside is the tower is like a stop sign, and to the east is this large entrance gate. To the west, on this upper platform level, which is all just basically a flat platform with a railing that's built in, there is the giant telescope right here, and the door and the leather flaps all to the east, on the opposite of where you would come in. Right now everything's closed up and the telescope has been retracted, and this is just a large open platform aside from it, right?
How tall is the platform?
I would say you're going up about 40 feet here. So this is another 40 feet in the air. And then,
wow, this thing is huge.
Oh yeah, it's giant.
I forgot how big it was.
It's giant. And then above you is this huge ironwood dome. So this is about 40 feet in the air. The ceiling goes about another 40 feet. So about 80 feet tall total. It's a big open. It's basically just one big open room. It's like being in a short grain silo. Yeah, and it's very intricate wood beam roof because the wood is so incredibly strong. They can make a much more open wooden archway. Yeah, but they had to make it with ironwood, so this was very expensive. He's got living quarters as well as his scientific area. When you first walk in, there's these big, huge leafy plants that he's got, and by the way, very well attended. All of his plants, and there are several of them around, all incredibly well attended. He's clearly meticulous about this. Everything else is a mess. There's a desk area here, there's a mess. There's a globe that's got pin markings and tacks all over it. This desk is a mess. All these bookshelves are filled with books and specimen jars and books seemingly randomly placed. There's no order whatsoever to this huge chaos. There's piles of books in the ends of each of these rows, and then behind all the books towards the back is a living area with a couch and like a reading / study. And then to the other side there's a single bed, a big huge iron-bound chest, a personal desk which is equally messy, and a wash bin, which is basically just a large barrel of water that has a pipe that goes outside, so obviously it's collecting melt water.
Gross.
No, it's nice actually. Melt water's clean.
Technically the pipe wouldn't lead outside then. It would lead from the outside in. Wouldn't it?
If you're here, the pipe leads outside. Anyway. Depends on your point of view.
Well, my point of view is different.
Okay, it always is. It always is different. Now, all of that said, what you notice as you're washing up here is that you're washing up and there's
Left out his gold again.
all of the there are a couple coins scattered on the desk in front of you. All right, there's like 6 silver coins.
Yeah.
Roll sleight of hand.
Piece, you've left out your change. 8.
That's good enough. He's all the way on the other side of the room. Shwink.
Oh, yeah.
Take 4 silver.
Oh, how much? Because there was no, I couldn't find like starting gold.
Don't worry about that. It was just, it's not really important for these characters.
Anyway.
It's not going to be a store anytime soon.
Yes,
So,
I go to the nearest town. I would like to buy a 10-foot pole, please.
okay, look. You scoop up the 4 silver, pocket it. And as you're doing that, he's got like a bunch of instruments on his desk, and one of them happens to be a mirror. Now, the corner of your eye, you catch this pink glint as there's a flare of light behind you. And you kind of look back and around, and on the platform above you, where this giant telescope is, there's also a flaring pink pulse of energy that then dims. You just saw it for a moment. You can't see what it was from, but you definitely saw it.
Now, have I ever seen anything like that?
Nothing like this whatsoever.
Have I ever seen not even like magic before?
I mean,
You couldn't have, well, maybe.
No, you've probably been in on knee at least once, and there's always some traveling show that basically has one tiny magic item that they use as and everyone comes out to see it.
Just a magic ring.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Fortitude +1.
Yeah, exactly. Like
now you don't have cramps when you put it on. Like,
right.
oh, that's great.
Or or basically it's like a ring of basic fire resistance, just enough to like hold your hand over a candle without being burned. But that sort of low level magic.
Like wand of minor illusion or something.
You can make
a robe with a bunch of pockets in it where you pull things out of it and it's stuff like a ladder.
Could make a whole living off of this. That is how impressive even the smallest magic is in this world now. You have a whole generations upon generations of humans that have been born. Your great-grandfather was born after the war. You guys have not seen these things. It's been out of fashion to understand what magic is. A couple of very, very, very privileged people have had things passed down through the generations to them, and that's pretty much it.
And we sure as shit ain't privileged.
And neither would your other character have been.
Not yet, friends. We just have to get there soon.
So you notice this out of the corner of your eye, and you're watching up as he lumbers in.
All right, so I finished loading up all that damn jerky. You better be, that Vermont best be grateful.
Oh, and
right,
Vermont comes back out, and he's got a ledger on that desk, and he also drops some dried meat, some of the preserved fish, and a couple cups and some spoons. And he says, "I'm very, very busy, but please help yourselves. Good to see you all." And he goes back.
Thank you kindly. Thank you
Yes,
kindly.
yes, sure. And he goes back to his desk and he begins writing.
I think we might have to make ourselves a little pickup before we leave, in fact.
You see a little pretty sitting around or something?
Perhaps. Allow me to find out, though, first, my friend, before you perhaps lay too many cards upon the table, shall we say? Excuse me, Vermont.
Yes, what is it?
I couldn't help but notice that you might have something in your lighthouse here that some may take interest in. You see...
Are you motioning towards the thing upstairs?
No.
At all? Okay.
You see, there are certain things within certain people's perceptions and, shall we say, ownership? I'm not sure I'm getting through to you.
Everything here is the property of the Queen. I have work to do. Do you have anything else?
You see, the only things that I've ever seen glow and light up before come from our knee.
He stops. He places his pencil down and he looks up for a sec. It's not glowing right now. And he looks down at you. Meg, do not concern yourself. That is an experiment I am conducting. It is very delicate. Do not go near it. It could explode, and kill us all. Do you understand me, young man?
You don't say. Some kind of weapon you developing?
It's not a weapon.
What are you doing up here?
It's a sensitive instrument that does readings on the world storm. The world storm comes down soon, and there's a very sensitive instrument for calculating it. Now you can roll. You can
already came down.
Well, yeah, but he's lying. So you can roll, and he doesn't know that he doesn't know that he knows. So
Yeah, I wouldn't know that you were lying, so I couldn't.
But roll.
Or would I have reason?
Yeah, no, we're definitely. Well, he's gonna roll. You roll perception, right? Isn't that what you would roll in this?
Yeah,
he's gonna roll
versus
deception. Yeah.
4.
You believe him. Doesn't mean that you don't think it's valuable, but you believe.
Now I know it's valuable.
Yes, yes.
I just wanted him to tell me that it was valuable. That's all I was trying to do.
Anything else? I'm very
Draw
busy.
attention to it. It's like, what's that thing? It's okay.
Very busy. Cot set up. The couch is made. If you'll stay in the night, I assume.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Well, then help yourselves. Again, I have work to do.
Right. Go back to Herrick.
So what's the story? I'm sorry, that's the wrong accent.
That's me.
That's you. So what's the story?
Yes, it is valuable. And now, we just got to figure out how to get it out from underneath his nose.
Well, I reckon I can tie him up. I don't mind burning bridges if you don't, though. I'm done with this shit. How valuable you think this might be?
Oh, it's far greater than anything in this entire room right now, my friend. In fact, to the right parties, it could be a small fortune. One enough to start one's own organization. Something we've been looking to do for a while.
Well, you just tell me what to do, bud.
Piers, we will have to liberate this item from Vermont this evening when we leave. He'll believe us bedding down. All we need to do is make sure that he continues to think this while we make our escape with the item. We'll have to create some kind of distraction, though.
Why
Perhaps the donkeys.
Or just be really fucking quiet while he's asleep.
Well, when could that possibly... And I look over.
He's still working. And
That'd be
it is getting later in the night.
In the movie, he would be asleep. Who knows when that's gonna...
No,
Never mind.
In fact, as you look over, as you guys peer around the bookcases there to take a look at him, like head over head, right? He has just lit an oil lamp. It's got about 9 or 10 at night. He's lit a second oil lamp and placed it down next to him. He's clearly going to be working for some time at his desk.
I don't think this one falls asleep. Dorro, just go get it.
Okay.
Wait, I need the battery.
Wait, this is mine. You're the bad guys. Nuts. I almost had the little bugger. No, you didn't.
See, I can do it. I'll DM. Yay.
Yeah, I've always said you can DM. You're an excellent DM.
Obviously, the most straightforward thing to do is to just trick him into not paying attention and take the box and escape.
I got me a sword. Reckon I can bonk on the side of the head.
Oh, I suppose I never thought of that. The forced sleepy time.
Well, if we're fucking done with this job, which I sure as shit am, then who gives a
Shit. Who gives a shit about this shit job?
shit about this shit job anyway?
Shit.
So I step to the side and I say, "Harry, kid, then after you, my friend."
All right, you go talk to him in the front. I come on back. Wham!
Well, it wasn't. He's at his
facing
desk
away.
facing the
So
wall.
you just walk up behind him.
I walk up as stealthily as I can,
Okay. Stealth versus perception.
and I botched.
Okay.
Oh no, wait. That's a 7 plus 3, so 10.
Okay, so you walk up behind him kind of quiet. You pull your sword out. Everyone kind of freezes for a second. And he, without turning around, is like, listen, whatever it is you need, just go right ahead. As I've said before, I'm very busy and I can't possibly...
Whack.
Roll to hit.
All right, 16.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hit. I'm just going to roll my con save there. Of a 1, of a 1. So yeah, So he was like, I couldn't possibly be thunk, and he just thunk, and he just falls onto his desk, knocked out.
My friend Eric, you're very good at that. Right, now the box, come with me. March to go, and the music's playing.
All right, so you guys are walking up this long staircase around the southern edge, right? And you're walking upstairs, creak. It's all ironwood. Actually, this is all normal wood all the way up. Ironwood would make the beams only. No reason to make that staircase out of ironwood, right?
That's just the way.
That's just an extravagance, right? Yeah. So you guys are marching up there, and you get to about here, and now you can see, the main structure is here, the telescope.
Okay.
So the telescope structure is more towards the eastern wall. There's a huge set of tracks in this floor, like railroad tracks, where the whole thing can be rolled forward and back. Right now it is rolled all the way to the side, leaving most of this raised area open. In the middle of that area is what looks like it's just two columns of brackish water that's all tarnished and rusted and kind of crusty on the sides, right? Like almost like barnacles or layers and layers of salt that have built up, and all the rivet joints that were brass are all green and tarnished, or copper actually, are all green and tarnished, and there's copper wire wrapped around them, and there are these two glowing stones, both about the size of your fist, which is a considerable size, and they are gently just pulsating with this pink light.
Bingo!
Wrapped around them is a sleeping pig.
Oh, what?
There's just like, they just kind of are sitting in this tub, like this bath of salt water. All right, so both these columns are sitting in this bath of salt water, and there's a pig sleeping and wrapped around that tub, happily snoring.
All right, dinner and lunch. Looks like you've been reprieved.
Well, let's get the box first, and I go over to just remove the valuable crystals from the thing.
So you guys walk up and you get on the platform, and as soon as you get on the platform, the pig raises her head and looks at you.
Excuse me.
She gets to her feet and she walks over and she looks over the edge, and then she turns back and she locks eyes with both of you, and then she runs back behind the machine and she's gone.
What?
That's solved. I'll go pick up the...
Well, she's literally like right behind it. Like she ran behind it and apparently is ducking down.
Don't be scared, little piggy.
Herrick, maybe you ought to, hide somewhere. I believe your presence is scaring the poor animal. Here, allow me. I shall get the box. I'm the one with charm, after all. Excuse me, little one. Do not be frightened. As I,
Yeah, so you walk up and you kind of peer over the side, right? And there's nothing there.
But the pig, where'd the pig go?
Perception.
17.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Okay, you lean around the side and you could have sworn that the pig had been wearing chainmail a second ago. And there's a pile of chainmail on the floor, like a little set of pig chainmail next to the bucket.
I hold it up, how when people find in a movie this weird negligee or something? I pick it up like that and show it to Herrick.
As you're doing that, you're holding it up like this, kind of staring at it.
What?
A cobra lunges out and goes to bite your face. That's a natural 20. Fangs sink into your forehead directly above your eyes. So he bites you on the face here, and you are spinning now in a circle, gripping a cobra as it's biting your face. I want you to take 3 points of damage, and you feel a burning in your forehead as venom pumps in between your eyes.
I take it we're in initiative then?
Yeah, roll initiative.
15 plus...
I got a 3.
16.
I have a 14.
All right, first to act, Herrick. That's me.
Okay, so you see your friend Merg spinning in a circle with both hands on the end of a cobra that has its fangs sunk into his forehead.
So it's to hit his plus dexterity, right? Mm-hmm. So 19.
Okay, so you pull out a sword, and now if you swung straight down, you would cut off his hand. Let's say that you take the flat of your blade and just go to swap the thing away so you don't cut him in half while you're doing it. So you just like swat, you hit it flat on its side, knock it away, the thing hits the ground and then looks like it falls over the edge of the platform and is gone, and he is stumbling around with his hands over his eyes. I'd like you to roll Dex.
5.
Okay, he stumbles around, gets the edge, and is about to fall right off the platform. I would
reach to grab him.
All right, roll Strength.
Would it be dexterity first to catch him? And
He's right there. You can grab him. Roll Strength. You both don't go over the edge.
5.
Excellent. So you both tumble over the edge, crash through the dining room table you were just eating at a moment before, and on top of each other. Both of you take 5 points of subdual damage. And your forehead is burning. You have clearly been poisoned. You can see 2 big welts that have appeared between his eyes and are starting to grow. I would like you to roll survival, both of you.
Oh, wait, I have to make a constitution save.
Yes, and then roll survival.
Botch.
And I got a 10 on my constitution.
Okay, you are feeling woozy, and you
slap him in the
are
face.
absolutely convinced that you heard once that what you have to do is suck out the poison.
Oh, you just hold still, buddy. You just hold still.
Get off me! God!
He is now, I would like you to roll strength against his. And you're at disadvantage because you're
19.
feeling, well, never mind. Doesn't matter.
23.
Right, so he is now, it's for your own good.
For your own good, son.
Get off me! Damn! God! Kid! Kid!
As you're doing this, please roll perception.
16.
Okay, so you're on top of him, you're sucking his face, quite literally, and you look up and you guys are about right here, and all this is open underneath
We're on the table, aren't we?
Don't say right here.
I'm sorry, you have crashed through this table near the entrance, and all this platform is open on the bottom, so you can look straight through to this bookshelf, and you see right behind here
the
a
east.
pig peeking out, watching everything going on.
What the hell is that thing?
Kid, stop! Stop. Just stop.
You're welcome. Am I poisoned now, by the way? I should be.
Actually, no. That surprisingly was successful. His
God.
forehead is swollen, but the burning seems to have faded down. So whatever he's done seems to have worked.
What the hell was that thing?
What? It was a snake. Have you now?
What happened to the... Well, oh, there's the pig.
What?
The pig ducks back behind.
Don't. We're not here for the pig. And I get up and push him off me.
Fuck the Piggly Wiggly. Let's just get the
Yes.
shiny thing.
Perception.
The box, and now we can leave.
Now, 2.
And I got a 5.
Okay, you both hear the flapping of wings like a bird, but you don't see anything, and
But
then it's over.
what's
That
But
little
it sounded like it may have
fucking
landed
bird
above
in
you.
here?
Like a bird flew up and landed on the platform above you. That's all you heard.
don't care. And I just go to get the box. I go back up the
Nice.
stairs around
Go-
the outside of the observatory, back up to that scaffolding platform where the spyglass is.
Okay, so you are
Box.
storming back up these
Yes,
stairs.
angrily.
You get to about here, and you see the pig at the top of the stairs. And directly next to the pig is a large barrel.
But what?
And the pig just kind of leaves
No,
one little
no,
back foot out,
No!
looks right
Don't
at you,
Look at me!
and-
Do not do that, pig!
tips the barrel over. Wham, 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 and it's now rolling and bouncing towards you.
You'd think the smart thing would be to jump off of the... But no, I run down the stairs.
I would like a dexterity roll. Actually, do you have like acrobatics or
No.
do you have any
Nope.
athletics?
No.
Then I would like a dexterity roll.
Okay. Well, 14.
Okay, yeah.
Not actually bad.
You get right to the bottom and dive out of the way as this barrel smashes to the ground to splinters and stinking salt-encrusted sardines splatter everywhere behind you, covering you in fish guts and paste.
What is going on? Why are these animals attacking us?
If you could describe a sound like a pig laughing, that would be the sound you'd be hearing right now.
I pick up some fish offal and I throw it at that damn piggy.
Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah. Wait, hang on. Oinkers with a 16 grabs that fish right in midair, chop, 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 and then just turns, waves the little Oinker's tail, little round tail, and clomps somewhere off onto the platform above you.
I want the box! Get the box now, Herrick!
It's like point up to the scaffolding.
All right, little piggy. Oink, oink, baby. I'm coming for you. Gonna get you with my pig sticker.
All right, so you clomp back up, right? Okay, so you're clomping up and you don't see any sign of the pig.
Here, piggy, piggy. Here, piggy, piggy.
So right here,
Suey,
so
Suey.
right here is the instrument, is the huge. So you kind of like duck around and under it, right? And then right past here is an open platform with this large battery, just pulsing and glowing, and no sign of the pig.
But yes, yeah, the glowing gems.
Right, whatever the hell it is.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, little piggy. I'm gonna find you. There's no need to be difficult about this, little piggy. I just want this pretty little shiny gem. You can have all that stinking fish you want.
Get the box! Leave the pig alone and get the box now!
So
All right, boss.
you creep around and under this giant telescope, and you're going towards where there's this huge pail and these huge glowing gems that are kind of, creating this circle of light, in this it's otherwise rather dim room. And you get to right about here, and you hear a growl behind you.
Piggy,
And
piggy.
you look over your shoulder, and perched on top of this giant thing is a wolf, large, with all of its hair raised back, who then leaps and lunges at you. Let's roll initiative again.
20.
All right, I got a 10.
I got an 8.
Okay, so you go first.
Same as before.
Wolf is lunging off this platform at you.
I run for my life.
Okay, where are you running?
I'm gonna jump off the platform.
The platform's like a good 20 feet in the air. I mean,
You might hurt yourself. Yeah.
well, there is a couch here. There's a couch here and a bed here.
Well, I'm going to try to do a running leap off this thing and land on the couch.
Okay, land here. Well, that'd be more towards it, or there's a
okay,
bed
then a
here.
bed. I wanna land on the bed.
So he's gonna run, leap off this edge, and land on that bed. I'd like you to first roll acrobatics.
11.
Okay, so you run and leap, and you land basically half on the bed, so your stomach and knees slam into this bolted chest, and you're like, oh, as you're bent over and slam face first and chest first into the bed, which you are then bounced off of, rocking backwards, where you slam your head into a post with a thunk, and you kind of just stumble forward dazed. I would like you to take 5 points of subdual. Birds and twittering and, tweet, tweet, and then you're like, shake it off. And there's a wolf. What? And then, again, out of your guys' view.
A wolf? Why is...
I don't know. There's now a wolf in here.
No, this just proves it.
Is it a zoo?
No! You idiot! Why do you
It's
think
a
something
zoo.
like that is protecting something like that? Clearly, it's worth a fortune.
Like the Karen.
You can just see that ka-ching in his eyes.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fine. If we can't go to the box, we'll bring it to us. We need to find a way to make this platform collapse.
like the way you're thinking. Maybe I get a little rope and we like lift it up over the thing.
No, I was gonna say tie it to the legs and strap it to the mules or something and make them pull it or something.
That's a good idea.
Could you like pull the supports that hold that up down enough to make it like
It would
down
cave in the entire ceiling.
Is there a beam on the ceiling though that we could throw a rope over and then we'll get the horses to lower us down?
Oh yeah!
could do that.
Oh, there's so many beams in the ceiling. We could absolutely do that.
Okay, but you have to say it.
Yeah.
So. What are we gonna do about that wolf piggy?
It would appear that all these creatures seem to be ground-based. Perhaps if someone were to lower me from the rafters, from the ceiling, I could snatch up the box. We'll get the mules, some of the rope. You'll help pull, of course. We'll lower me down. I'll grab the box, and then we'll make out of here before they realize what's happened.
That's a brilliant plan.
Yes, I know it is. Now go get the rope.
All right. So you guys spend the next 10 minutes getting the mules in order, getting the rope together. A couple times as you're doing this, you notice the pig walk to the edge, look over. If you'd swear the pig looked concerned, and then walk back again, and then walk over and look at you guys and look a little concerned and walk back again. You notice this several times as you're getting ready. All right.
So we throw the rope over the beam and lower it way down back to us.
Yeah.
And I tie it around his waist there.
I would say taking 20, sure, absolutely. So you've got all this set up. So you've got the rope around his waist, you got the rope around the mules.
Whenever you're ready, boss.
We both nod to each other at the same time.
Right, raise me up. Here we go.
All right, lunch. All right, dinner.
Roll animal handling.
15.
Okay, they like, "Rrr," and they listen to you and begin to slowly and steadily advance as he is lifted into the air. You're coming up and up and up, and you're parallel to the platform. So you're kind of like, because you gotta be above it. So you're being kind of pulled towards it a bit. So you're pushing off the platform as you're being pulled up and pulled up and pulled up and pulled up, and right as your face gets level to the platform, you see a skunk's ass and are blasted right in the face. I would like you to roll Constitution.
19.
Okay, you are able to not vomit as you are raised past this creature, coughing and sputtering. Your eyes are burning, and
I swipe at it blindly.
And you miss. It's you don't even know where you can just see him now swinging because he's free of the platform now, and he's just swinging and kicking wildly. As soon as he's free of the platform, he swings forward. His feet almost brush the machine below, and now he's dangling about 5 feet above the machine.
How's it going, Merv? Talk to me, buddy.
Lower me down.
You can't see. So you have to clear your eyes. You have a canteen of water on you. So you just spend around.
Take out my.
What? Hold on. Wait. Don't stop. Just hold. Wait there.
Don't stop.
No. Stay there.
Roll intelligence.
5.
5. Okay.
Oh, -1. 4. Sorry.
4. Excellent. So he lets go of the rope because he thinks you want to continue, and you fall with a wham right next to the thing, face first on the wood. And I want you to roll strength to be able to hold your canteen.
8.
Goes scattering out of your hand and across the floor, and you don't know where it is. You're reaching around, and clunk, clunk, there's the pail next to you, and there's salty, but there's water in there. Even though it's brine, there is water in there.
Oh, I think I found it.
Okay, so you're splashing your face off?
Yeah.
All right. So you splash it off, and you splash it off, and you're able to clear your eyes. You open your eyes, and you look, and there is two. There's a glowing orb here, there's a glowing orb here, and there's a bunch of glowing gems right in the middle, and then you realize, no, it's a giant spider, and it leaps onto your face. And there's a giant furry spider now on your face. And you are rolling around on this platform screaming. What do you do?
Come on, lunch. Come on, dinner. Well, raise him up. Raise him up.
Animal handling.
2.
Okay,
Minus 1.
they bray and scream and run forward. You are yanked all the way, like, vroom, and wham, against the ceiling. The air is knocked out of you, and your eyes clear, and you're just kind of spinning and holding at the top here. The donkeys have stopped. You got them under control, and you're about 40 feet in the air, just turning
With a
in a
spider
circle.
crawling
And you're no. There's no spider now. You're just turning in a circle, and you're in this like wee of the joint as you're turning in a circle, and then you start hearing and you look up, and there is a beaver chewing on the rope right now, about halfway through it.
And I'm like trying to.
Right. Right, and the beaver like stops, looks at you, snap, and you fall. I would like you to roll Dex.
Wow. 19.
Okay, so you are just able to grab the edge of the beam and are hanging by your fingertips now at the beam.
I run over to Hunter and you say, come on, I'll catch you. I'll catch
It's
you,
still a
Mark.
long drop that you don't want to drop.
No.
As you're doing that, you look up, and now there is no more beaver. There is. Oh yes. No. There is a woodpecker, and the woodpecker just walks sideways to your first finger.
Ow!
Strength check.
Stop this! Don't! No!
4.
No, it drills into your fingers until you can't hold on any longer, and you let go and fall.
I got you! I got you!
Strength check.
15.
15, okay. Poof, you're able to
Actually, 17, sorry.
You're able to actually catch him, and you stumble for a sec, roll Dex,
14.
and you just stop at the edge of the stairs and then fall forward, and you both tumble onto the ground. No sign of the pig woodpecker thing at all.
Now it's a matter of honor.
That box will be ours! None of you are going to stop us! You're nothing but animals! We're all smarter than you!
Nothing.
So what we gonna do, boss? How we gonna get that piggy? We could put those plants on our heads. Pretend we're little
That's
plants.
such a perfect Home Alone solution. We can pretend
I won't
to be,
even notice.
you
He'll think we're lettuce.
You could like, and then,
Take out that dirt in the pot.
Oinkers has got to sleep sometime. He was sleeping when you guys came in. She was sleeping when you guys came in. She's got to sleep at some point.
What are these?
Those are shelves. So these are shelves filled with
tall are
either books, 20 feet tall.
And how tall is the platform that the thing is on?
40 feet tall.
So put one on top of the other, throw in all the books, then it becomes a ladder. That ladder, that little piggy can't climb.
That's true.
Okay. Okay.
All right, well, I start throwing out all these books.
Yeah. Well, but what we do is we both at the same time carefully like tilt the bookshelf so all the books crash out, and then we put it back up.
Right, and then you're dragging these platforms. And you see a pig again look a little concerned, and scatter back over.
Let me go get some nails and a hammer.
Right, perfect. This is how we'll beat them. We'll build, we're humans, we'll engineer something.
Okay.
We construct.
Basically another way to climb up the platform.
Okay, we turn the two bookshelves end on end, and then nail the two things together in the middle, and then we're going to like grade over and make it into a ladder really quick. Climb up it and grab the thing.
You took 20.
Our time. We're going to build this right.
Yeah, you're right. We're going to do this right this time. So you guys build this ramshackle thing. You trash the whole fucking place while you're doing it. But you're able to build this little ramshackle thing, right? And try, you get it towards, like, ready? And you push it over, boom, and it's against the side.
All right. Now you go all sneaky like.
Right.
Grab that thing.
Right.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
We'll grab it together.
You're both going to climb this thing.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, I'll just roll strength.
Right. Okay. Here we go.
20.
1.
Okay, you literally put one foot on it, and you are still soaking wet from walking in the sardines. Your foot slips right off and you fall forward and smash your face into it. I would like you to take another point of subdual damage, and your nose is bleeding. You put a hand on it, steady yourself, curse for a good 30 seconds, roll strength again.
Need help with that nose there? That's how I got my pretty shine right here.
Roll strength one more time.
10.
Okay, you both climb up the platform fine, and you climb up onto the top, and you look around. There's no sign of the pig.
Okay, we both nod quietly at each other. All right, let's get it.
All right, so you're kind of sneaking up on this thing, right? Your convent's got to be behind it somewhere, right? Just creak, creak. Rah! Nothing.
We grab the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you both grab the pail, and as you do, an electric eel pops its head out of the water and shocks both of you. Roll Constitution saves.
20.
15.
Okay, so you both, your muscles lock and you drop the thing, you're like, "Ah!" but you don't fall down and or pass out. You do, however, both take an additional 5 points of damage. And as the smoke and steam clears,
I'm at 0.
so you are
I have only
unconscious.
4 points of lethal damage, and then
Let me see. The best way to save a creature with 0 hit points is to heal it. If healing is unavailable, the creature can at least be stabilized so it isn't killed by a fatal death saving throw. You can use your action to administer first aid to an unconscious creature and attempt to stabilize it, which requires a successful DC 10 Wisdom medicine check. A stable creature doesn't make any deaths. So you could stabilize him and drag him off the platform, basically, is what you can do.
Which is what I'm going to have to do anyway, because I have 2 hit points left.
Yep.
So
Yeah, you guys have lost.
Yeah, it's time to leave.
we'll be back, little piggy.
Herrick!
So you pound on his chest a couple times.
Oh, yeah. And
His legs finally kick.
Herrick, wake up! Wake up!
Let's get the hell out of here.
Barely. So you're able to barely stumble to your feet.
Yeah, I throw his arm around me and I try and drag him out of here, basically.
You guys stumble a couple times as you're going down the stairs, but you get to the front gates and you get the fuck out of here, and you don't even bother closing the front door. You just leave, and as you're leaving...
Well, no, as a kind of a kickback to earlier in the scene,
Sure.
as we're leaving, I look back at the open door and just shake my head and go... Because
As you look back at the open door, you can see a pig proudly standing there in the open door who kind of looks at you like, and don't come back, and turns and walks back into the observatory.
I become a little more scared. And go faster off into the sunset.
Thank you for joining us for the first of 6 bonus Kickstarter episodes from Godsfall. We would like to thank all of you who have supported our Kickstarter so far. We are overwhelmed by the response in the first half of our campaign. As we move towards the finish line, we've started to think even bigger. I've got a new target goal: 1,000 backers. As of this recording, we are currently at 431 backers, so we need 569 of you to go to godsfall.com and support the Kickstarter. I know there are 1,000 dedicated fans of the show who want to see us grow and create for years to come, and now is the time to make your voice heard. We're going right back into the recording booth to wrap up the next bonus podcast, which takes us on Xion and Para's first date at Turtlefest. But before we leave, we've got a shout out to our good friends at Battle Bards. They've added undead minions like zombies and skeleton hordes, and the necromancy spells that summon them. Weather like the roar of a powerful wind and the crash of lightning. enchantment spells like Hold Person and Transfixion. Even the gruff, barking tone of a dwarf.
Valusht, brief gadanesh tus mirkanbar.
So if you want your game to sound as good as Godsfall, check out battlebards.com. That's all for this episode. See you next time for more bonus content from Godsfall and the backers of the Godsfall Worldbook Kickstarter.